So next is the types of riveted joints. Uh, Riveted joints are mainly classified into lap joints and butt joints. And lap joints is further classified into single rivet, a double rivet, and triple rivet. While butt joint is classified into single strap or cover, double strap or cover. Then single strap is again single rivet, double rivet, triple rivet, and double strap also same classification for single, double, triple, and quadruple rivets. A major classification of rivets is lap joints and butt joints. Okay, so in lap joints, the plates be connected, overlap each other, and held together by one or more rows of the rivets. Lap joints may also be made with inside or outside cover plate. So this is how does a lap joint look like. You can see we have two plates, and the two plates are placed one over the other, and it is joined together by using a rivet. So these are different classifications: single rivet, double rivet, and a double rivet is a further classification different type: chain riveting, zigzag riveting. Single rivet means only we have one line or one row of rivet, right? This is a front view and this is a top view. So as you can see in the front view, you will be seeing only single rivet, but top view you can see there is only single line of rivet. Okay, single line of rivet. But here this is a double rivet. As you can see, there are two lines of rivets, rows of rivet can be seen. And it is further classified into different types. A chain rivet means the one followed by other in a straight line. But in zigzag means it's seen in a consecutive manner, like one after the other. Will be one present, and next one will be on the other line. Similarly, on the first line. So it is consecutive in a zigzag manner. You can see in the double rivet. There's another classification of double rivet, chain riveting, and zigzag riveting. So this is a representation of a lap joint. How does it look like? It's one simply it is one plate placed on another. Okay. So in lap joints we have discussed butt joints. The plates are to be connected on the same plane and are joined by the means of a cover plate or butt strap, which is riveted to both plates by one or more rows of rivet. So as you can see in butt joints, the plates to be joined are placed in the same plane. I mean, kept side to side, but then we are using an additional plane cover plate or butt strap, which is riveted to this both plate. The plate to be joined is overlapped by using another cover plate or butt strap, and that butt strap is joined to this both plate, the one to be joined. So this is the representation of a butt joint. As you can see, suppose I have to join these two plate. These are joined by using another butt strap. Okay, here a butt strap is placed on overhead, and that butt strap is joined by these two plates on the either side of the joining part. Okay, you can see one rivet line over here and one rivet row over here. This is placed to this butt strap is fixed to both the plate to be joined. This is the top view. You can see there is one row over here, one row on the other side. Then this is the point of joining or the plane of joining. So this is single rivet, single strap, chain riveting. Single rivet, single strap is chain riveting. Uh, you know why it's called chain riveting? Because it is one rivet is followed by another in a straight line. The reason why it is called single rivet, you can see on not because it's not like lap joint because on the other side, I mean, this is a joining line. Like if you look on the one side of the joining line, you can only see a single rivet, right? Not as a whole, there will be two lines of rows of rivet, but this is a join line in the case of butt join, and on the joining line on the other side, we can only see a uh, single row. And this is a single strap. You'll be using only very one butt joint, only one cover plate and one butt joints you are using. So it is single strap, single rivet, and chain riveting. And these are another classification. You can see there are two butt plates are used on the either side, and it is a single rivet. Of course, it is single rivet because on the either side of the joining plate you can only see one row of rivet. So it is single rivet and it is double strap because we are using two cover plates or butt joints on both above and below side. So it's double strap and it's chain riveting. Similarly, you can see single rivet, double strap and zigzag riveting. So this is all about butt joint. So the term single riveting refers to one row of rivets in lap joint or one row of each side of the butt joint. In case of butt joint, it is one row on each side of the joining blade, and the double riveting refers to two rows of rivets in a lap joint or two row on either each side of the joint butt riveting that we have already discussed. And joints may also be triple or quadruple rivet. It can vary on the users. For butt joints, the cover plate may be of equal width or it can be unequal width. So that joint or butt joint you're using can be equal width or unequal width of a plate. These are some of the important terms used in the riveted joint, which which is the distance between the two centers of a consecutive rivets in a single row. So there will be one. I will show you that. Okay, you can see these are two rivets in a single row, right? So pitch means distance between two center. This is the center of this rivet, and this is the center of this rivet. So the distance between these two centers of these two rivets on a consecutive in a line. Okay, consecutive rivets in a line. So distance between the two centers of the consecutive rivets in a single row. So back pitch or transverse pitch means the shortest distance between two successive rows in a multiple riveted joint. So this is expressed or uh, termed when we have multiple riveted condition, and it is the shortest distance between that two next successive rows. A diagonal pitch is the distance between the centers of rivet in an adjacent row of zigzag riveted joint. We already seen the zigzag riveted joint, so the diagonal length or the minimum distance between the centers of the rivet in a zigzag riveted joint is diagonal pitch between the center, and margin or marginal pitch is the distance between the centers of the rivet hole to the nearest edge of the plate. So you can see this is the center of this rivet, and this center of the rivet, as you can see the distance between this very edge to the center of the this rivet. This is the margin from the very end of the plate to the center of the rivet. As that's all about the margin. Margin is the distance between the center of the rivet hole, okay, to the nearest edge of the plate. Chain riveting is the rivet in the various rows are opposed to uh, each other. But in case of zigzag riveting, here the rivets in the adjacent rows are staggered in a such a way that every rivet is in the middle of the two rivets of the opposite row. You can see in zigzag case, and every rivet on the opposite line is in the middle of. You can see this one is in the middle of the opposite row, right? Exactly middle of the opposite row. That's the case of zigzag riveting. In chain riveting, at each row of rivets are opposite to each other on the other side. Because this is all about the basic terminology, terms used in the riveted joints. So, important terms in riveted joints.